Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way Forward. Manchester United versus Bodo Glimt Europa League preview. Bodo Glimt travel to the beautiful Old Trafford on Thursday, the 28th, 9th. Get your facts right. Of November. And look, this is going to be another big game. It's another must-win in Europe. Looking at the Europa League table here, we're 15th. Bodo Glimt are 12th. A win could. If we win, we can overtake Bodo Glimt and with a bit of luck get into the top 10. Look, we could say we're in a good position, but we want to get a bit more higher up in the Europa League table. But as you can see beside me, there will be this way a watch-along once again on Thursday for the game, 15 minutes beforehand. Could be earlier, you never know, depending on how I get things done. So join us for team news, and again we're going to commentate on the game, and hopefully this is going to be a better game than Sunday, because unfortunately Ruben Amorim didn't get his first win as Manchester United boss. But look, it's on the way, there's no doubt about it. But before we get stuck into the video, like the video, comment your thoughts and expectations, give us your predicted 11 for this upcoming game. Again, I'll be honest, I struggled again to predict the team. So, again, it's only predicted 11. It's not what I'd originally go. I'll actually give you my preferred team when we get to the predicted 11 as well. And do subscribe as well if you haven't already. Been much appreciated. Before we know, we'll have the Christmas team, and we'll have the Christmas background and all that good stuff all related to Christmas. So, let's jump into Manchester United's form in all competitions in our previous 5. Again, unlike Manchester City, we actually haven't lost any games in our last. We haven't lost our previous 5 games. Which is, look, Man City just one man band, I suppose you could say. It's a bit like taking one of the hot people out of Oasis, isn't it? Do you just get shit or shit or? But now look, let's start off with our form. We beat Leicester 5-2, which look, it's mad. That Leicester game seems ages ago. Which, truthfully speaking, it nearly is a month ago as well. We drew 1-1 against Chelsea in the Premier League. We beat PAOK 2-0. That was our first Europa League win. We beat Leicester 3-0 in Ruud's final game as Manchester United interim. And again, Ruben's first game ended 1-1 draw against Ipswich in a game where, should we be grateful for the point or should we be a bit angry? I'll be honest, I was a bit pissed off after the match because I just didn't think the players were up to it. But look, I processed a few things. And I thought, look, it's going to take time to get used to the system. But I do think this is, look, let's be honest, Ruben Amorim couldn't have asked for another better, Ipswich, we all said, couldn't have asked for a better game. And look, in the end, if that was a Chelsea, a Tottenham, a Liverpool, an Arsenal, as much as they're playing bad, a Man City, maybe it could have been a different kettle of fish altogether. And yeah, I am wearing it is Manchester United. I thought I'd represent. But anyways, before I interrupted myself, he has Ipswich, which he got a point against. In ways, you have to be grateful for that point because Onana saved us. Definitely my man of the match. I don't know about you, but definitely my man of the match. A few crucial saves. Ipswich were a better team. It's mad. After we scored, Ipswich capitalised on with a much better side, which I never thought I'd say in Ruben's first game. But again, it's only his first game. He's had, 2 training sessions with the team. So, yeah, I do. And the players that he'd probably use a lot more, he only had 1 training session with. So, there we go again. But look, I thought Dalot on Sunday wasn't good. I thought Casemiro was that midfield of Casemiro and Eriksen. There's no legs in the midfield. A 4-2-3 only you can sort of get away with because they're not that far ahead. The defenders are right behind them, and the team is sort of a bit. But in the Amorim 3-4-3, and especially the way Amorim wants to play, he wants his team to press. He wants his team to press as a whole, whereas Casemiro and look at Jamie Carragher actually done a good thing yesterday on Sky Sports. before the West Ham Newcastle game. And look, I'm not a fan of Jamie Carragher. Obviously, why would I? He's a Scouser. He's an ex-Liverpool player and all that. And anyways, but he was showing Casemiro, and he was unsure whether to go forwards now, because it's taking him out of his comfort zone. Casemiro's just used to sitting back and not being that far ahead of the defenders. It's as simple as that. Whereas Ruben Amorim wants his midfielders to press. He wants his wing backs to press. Wingers, whatever he's using, he wants that team to press. And I've always said I really want to see us press as a whole team. I don't want to see, half-arse pressing. I want to see straight in there, no messing about, force challenge, force 5, let them know who's boss, and then set the standard. But Casemiro was just looking over his shoulder. He was a bit unsure whether to go forwards, backwards. He was looking at Ruben Amorim. Ruben was telling him to go ahead, go forwards, but he was still a bit. And then when the time went ahead, it was probably a bit too late. Because when Casemiro eventually moved forwards, then you had Evans pushing forwards, Mazraoui, Dele. Eriksen, obviously, he likes to play further up the pitch as well. So he was sort of coming up, but then the legs coming back. So again, that's always something we have to look at. But again, I'm not going to say, don't play that player again, don't play that player again, because it will take time. It will take time to get used to the Ruben Amorim system. It's a very, he wants to press. He was successful at Sporting with it, and fingers crossed he's successful at Manchester United with it when he gets the hang of things. And yeah, obviously he'll have more time with the team as well this week before Bodo Glimt, and it'll be a quick turnaround then to Everton on Sunday. So again, that's always going to be an interesting take. And I mean, look, like Ruben Amorim, he has his work cut out, and he knows he does. But again, speaking a bit of a quick team news, a bit unfortunate. Supposedly, Lisandro Martinez will be out for 2 to 3 weeks. I think it's that back injury or something like that he picked up against Leicester before the international break. So, not ideal having him out. Euro, again, this has been recorded before Ruben's done any press conferences for this game against Bodo Glimt. But look, let's see what happens with Euro as well. Anyone else? Am I missing anyone else? I don't think so. But yeah, Leach looks like he'll be out for 2 to 3 weeks. So, I was speaking about a bit about Ruben Amorim, and he did say, and many people have said, but he said, we will suffer. There will be games we will suffer. And look, there is going to be games where that are going to come up, and we're going to probably get a spanking. It depends what sort of spanking you want to call it, whether 3 or 4-0 losses is a spanking to you or whatever. That's your decision. But there will be games where we're going to suffer. There will be results where we're going to say, what the hell? But that's where we have to turn around and say, right, we got slapped. No one's going to be happy no one's going to be happy when you see the team you support suffer. No one. I definitely won't be. So you'll have your right to vent, but you have to back this man. Like, if you want to go through another cycle of bring a manager in, gets a year or 2, and then he's sacked after losing 6 or 7 games or getting slapped. Like, it's the choice. And unfortunately, it's what we have to, it gets bad before it gets better. And this is going to be the case as well. This is going to be the case. It gets bad before it gets better. And look, we wanted a manager to come in that brings a system, knows what he's doing, brings a style of play. And this is what you're going to get. This is exactly what you're going to get. Like, I hate comparing us to any team, but look at Arsenal, for example. Look at Chelsea. Look at Tottenham, for example, as well. And Arsenal, for instance, they got a good few suffering times, slaps. Like, they got a lot of big defeats when Arteta came in, and they were like, "Get Arteta gone, get." And now look, they're competing for the title and all that sort of stuff, regardless of whether they bottle it or, they're many points behind Liverpool, who are top. They're still going to keep grinding for Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, FA Cups, Carabao Cups. They're further ahead than us. And Chelsea with their new manager. He's came in and he's done a good job with Chelsea so far. I'm not saying they're a whole miles ahead. They're ahead of us, because Chelsea can easily just crumble. Like, they can crumble like that. And Tottenham as well. Ange Postecoglou lost games, but then he just pulls good results out of the bag because he has a style of play and system he wants to play, and so does Enzo Maresca, and so does Mikel Arteta. They have systems. Ruben Amorim has a system, and we're going to see it. Would you rather Ruben Amorim come in and say what Ten Hag said? I can't. The style of play I play, like Ten Hag said when he was a Manchester United manager, the style of play I played at Ajax, I can't play at Manchester United. If Ruben Amorim came out and said that, you'd be all what you. But the fact that he wants to stick to the system he played at Sporting, which was successful, and it was. The writing's on the wall. The proof is in the pudding. It was. He's not a Manchester United manager for a reason. We don't just appoint anyone for the crack, even though they may have had good reputation before they came here. Ruben Amorim has a system, and look, it's going to be a learning curve for him and a learning curve for the players, and especially the Manchester United fans. It is. It really, really is. But we need to be more. We need more control, and we need to be more aggressive from minute 1 to minute 90 and press. Will the performance on Thursday be better than Sundays against Ipswich when we drew? Possibly. I don't expect us to go out there and say, oh my God, this football is like, this is just this 200 on sort of stuff, because it'll take time. I hope in a year's time we're in a whole lot better position, and we're saying, geez, remember that time we struggled against Ipswich with Ruben, but we all said, keep it going. Players are going to have to go. Players are going to have to get sold, regardless of whether you like them or not. Players are going to have to get sold, and players are going to have to come in. It's the whole point of it. These players now at Manchester United are Ten Hag players. They're Ten Hag players. Onana, which is actually having a good season so far, to give it to him. Mazraoui, he is just versatile. He could be the manager as well. He's played nearly every position. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays in goal for a game this season. Dele, Leach, Malacia, Ugarte. He's managed Ugarte, so that's fine. Who else is it? Anthony, Rasmus, Xerxes, Mason Mount. I'm probably missing someone. If I am, but then we'll include them in as well. Casemiro as well. Sorry. So yeah, I think that's all. But yeah, Anthony, if I haven't said him already, so they're different. And look, whether we sign players in January or the next summer, it's gonna have to be done. I hope we sign players and sell players in January, but I don't think we can. I don't think we will. I hope we do. I really, really do. I hope and pray that we at least sign players. But again, it depends what the funds are. It depends what Manchester United want to do themselves. But then again, it's like we're nearly into December. It's not like you'll have 6 months with the team. Come January, you only have a month and a bit. So yeah, let's see what happens there. I'd love Gyökeres. Sorry. Gonna struggle sign his name when we sign him, aren't they? But look, no doubt we will suffer. But I do like what Ruben is trying to bring in. We watched when he was appointed Manchester United manager. We watched him. We watched the Sporting games, especially that one when the BC was a 4-1. The football was incredible. It was aggressive. They had a lot of control. They defended well. They attacked well. Everything was just in the good flow of things. And look, I'm sure he didn't go into Sporting, and I'm sure their first season wasn't all glamorous. Or maybe it was, because he did win a title with them after how many years they struggled without winning it. But it probably took him time. He was the Braga manager, and then Sporting thought, he's a bit of me, I'll take him in. Lovely stuff. So look, we know what he wants to do. We wanted a manager with a system. He has a system. He's trying to implement it into the team. He wants to implement it into the team. You can see he wants to be successful with the club. He's even like he just wants to focus on the team, training with the team, focusing on the team and the players he has to get them used to the system and get us playing top football again. He wants to limit interviews, pre-game, post-game, whatever, because he just wants to focus on the team, and he's probably pissed off as well having Ed Sheeran in trouble. I mean, I would have smashed that his head in, but look, that's just me being me. I'm sure Ruben definitely was saying a few things inside, though, no doubt about it. But look, it's gonna be an interesting sort of process. But Ruben, when he speaks, I listen. But that was with Ten Hag as well, in fairness. But Ruben, we have to. I thought if I swear to you, if I see anyone come February or March saying, "Oh, what did we do? Why did we bring him in? We should have known." Like, what the hell? Like, seriously, I think Ruben's the perfect man for the Manchester United job. That's just me being me. And I know no one has said, "Oh, he's this, he's that," yet, because it's a game, man. We have to be patient. Because I feel like some of us aren't, but we have to be patient, because we're not just going to start winning titles in the next year or so. We're not going to start, at least get us up there. Like, I feel like us going in a good direction is competing for top 4 for at least a year or two, and then winning a trophy or two, and then look, lovely stuff. Then you get better and better and better and better and better, and then before you know it, we're back to the top again. But that'll take time. Just once we start playing the good football and how Ruben wants to play, well, then we're laughing. We are laughing. We should be laughing. Like, lovely stuff. So, that's pretty much what I think. So, moving into our opponents, Bodo Glimt, who are top of the Norwegian league with 59 points, 17 victories, 8 draws, 4 defeats. In the Europa League, like I mentioned, they are 12th with 7 points. 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. Again, like I said, Manchester United were 15th with 1 win, 3 draws, and 0 defeats with 6 points to our name. Their top scorer, again, I'm probably wrong, Kasper Højbjerg, I think I'm saying. I think he scored 13 goals in all competitions, 10 goals in the Norwegian league. So, again, take that as you will. They lost against Rosenborg 3-2. They drew 3-3 against Molde. They lost against Quarterback 2-1. They drew 2-2 against Fredrikstad, and they beat Odd. That's odd. Odd 2-0 last weekend. So they have 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses to their name coming into this game against Manchester United. Look, they're going to come here. They're going to look to cause a shock. Whether they will or not is the question. Is another question. But look, I don't know much about Bodo Glimt. Obviously, I know the Norwegian team. I think they beat Porto in the Europa League. I could be wrong. Porto or Fenerbahce, one or the other. Look, can Bodo Glimt beat Manchester United? Look, I look at it like this. I'm not being biased. It's under the lights at Old Trafford. There's always a chance you can beat any team. It's a European competition. Never write off a team, whether it's good or bad, coming to, any stadium and beating you. You can. I don't want to sit here and say I don't think they have a chance. You always have a chance. Now we have Ruben in, and it'll take time to get used to the system. And I'm gonna say that numerous times. So you're gonna get a headache. That's up to you. Whether you want to listen to me say that or not, that's your decision, not mine. But I am going to keep saying it. There's always a chance at this stage of the game. There's always a chance, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But look, let's go. Let's talk about our predicted 11. And look, here it is. Here's our predicted 11. Onana in goals, the back 3 of Shaw, Dele, and Mazraoui. Dalot on the left, Ahmad on the right. Mainu comes into the team, returned from injury, and they'll play alongside Ugarte. Then we'll have Garnacho, Bruno, and Rasmus Højlund. Now, look, I'll be honest with you. I that team changed about a million times. It was actually the back three stayed the same. I was actually going to drop Bruno back alongside Ugarte, have Anthony right wing back, and then have Ahmad, Mount, and Rasmus. That was what I originally had, but then I thought, I don't know, will he play Ahmad? Oh, not Ahmad. He definitely play Ahmad. He has to play Ahmad. Anthony, will he do that job? I just don't know. Will he want to stick with the player? Will he stick with the same team he played on Sunday? I don't think he should. I mean, Evans may play. Dallo didn't play well. No one really played well, to be honest, except for Onana. Mujari wasn't too bad as well, actually, in all fairness. And Ahmad, can't forget. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, look, he may go with Garnacho, Bruno, and Rashford. But I'd go Rasmus up top. Rasmus didn't really do much since when he came on, him or Xerxes. But we need to have a tall striker in the box. No matter. Rashford is not a striker. He's a winger, and that is all. That is all. Look, you never know. Like, when Malacia is ready to run below, he was on the bench. You may see... I mean, look, when Leach is back and Euro, it'll be a much better team. You'll have Onana, Euro, Leach, Dele. You could have Shaw playing on wing backs, Mazraoui playing on the other wing back. You could have Menu, Ugarte. Then you could have Bruno, Ahmad, and Rasmus. There is a lot of... even now, I'm thinking that probably won't even be it. He may go Shaw left wing back and Ahmad obviously in the position he's in now. You just don't know. But look, hopefully we'll have at least a decent, some sort of a fully fit team come. Hopefully by Christmas, which is not far away now when you think of it. It's a month now to Crimbo. Like, looking at this team, this is me predicted 11. But I wouldn't mind seeing Mount play, because he did say, Amorim did say, I love Mason Mount. He's played in this system before, which he has with Chelsea, with Tuchel, I think, when they won the Champions League a few years back. So he's played in a similar system before, Mason Mount. But look, this team should be more than capable than beating Bodo Glimt. But look, like I said, that team, there's more pace in the midfield. I know some people don't fancy Ahmad as a wing back, but that's just how it is. I know people want to see Bruno drop, but I always say, and I'll say it again, he's not going to drop his cap. You're not going to drop your captain. I'll tell you this, if you drop Bruno, right, who are you going to give the captain's armband to? Who? He'll only drop it back to Casemiro, and then you have Casemiro and Ugarte in the midfield. Casemiro doesn't have the legs. Mainly when Ugarte have legs. And look, like I said, I actually had... Like, this is what I actually had. I had about 50 predicted 11s. Onana, Shaw, De Ligt, Mazraoui, Dallo, Ugarte, Bruno, Ahmad, Mount, Garnacho, and Rasmus. But I don't know. I feel like then I changed my mind about 50 million times. But in terms of score prediction, I am going with a clean sheet, a 2-0 victory to Manchester United. I'm going to go with Garnacho. And I'm going to go Garnacho and Ugarte, I'm going to go ballsy. Yeah, why not? Clean sheet, Ugarte goal, Garnacho goal. Who says no? I don't. And then that's 3 points on the table. Once again, another 3 points, which will definitely push us up the Europa League group. But okay, let us know your predictions, score predictions, predicted 11. Let us know what you thought of the video. My score prediction and predicted 11. Look, if the bookies had the bet of placing a predicted 11, I'd be skint if I done it. I'd be skint. So that's why I'm not. But look, it could be Anne. It could be the exact same team he played on Sunday, but I think it'd be a big mistake because then that midfield has fuck all legs. It's Bodo Glimt. Go for it. Even if he goes Anthony right wing back and then pushes Ahmad up alongside Bruno. Why not? Look, this has been the Manchester United versus Bodo Glimt Europa League preview. Thank you for watching. Like the video, comment your predictions and expectations for the upcoming game. Let us know if you're going to the game. Do subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow our socials, links in the description. And like I said at the start of the video, join us for the watch along on Thursday from 7:45 p.m. Let's hope we can get the win. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Come on, United. Come on, the boys. Let's get the win. Let's get Ruben's first home in. Let's get him his first win under the lights at the beautiful Old Trafford. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one. Come on, United.